Hi everyone, my name is Mehul Sheikh and from past few videos I have been working on developing a multi-filter application and multi-search application using core PHP, AJAX and MySQL Server. In my last video I completed the functionality of loading this task from MySQL database and started displaying this task in the form of a drop down along with the checkboxes. Okay, and now in this video I'm going to complete the functionality of fetching the details of each and every checked checkbox from MySQL table. Suppose now I want to get the details like emp name, task details, start date, end date and status details of these checked tasks from the MySQL table. Then I will check these checkboxes, and when I click on apply, the details started displaying in this table. Okay, so only the details of these three tasks started displaying on this table. Okay, so that we will be going to cover in this video. Okay, so for doing that, first we need to go to our editor. Okay, so this is my index.php file where I have written all my HTML and PHP code. Okay, so these things we have already covered in our last videos. If you guys have not seen my last videos in this playlist, then I would just recommend you guys to watch each and every video of this playlist so that you will understand better. Okay, here you can see I have created an input of type checkbox and I have given it an id as check and name as id. Okay, and this name attribute I'm going to use in my jQuery code when I will be making an AJAX post request to MySQL server. Okay, so now this is the same checkbox which you can see in this drop down. Okay, so now you can see at the end I have created a model footer and I have created a button of type submit and I have given it an id as find task. Okay, with a label as apply. So what I want to do is first I will check any of these checkboxes. Okay, and when I click on apply, I'm going to trigger an event. Okay, that event will be this click event. Okay, so as you can see here in my jQuery code, I am using the same id, find task id, which I have created to my input type submit button. Okay, so this id I will be using in my jQuery code to generate an on click event which makes a post AJAX request to MySQL server to get the details of checked checkbox from the database. Okay, so now let us do that. Okay, so I have used this id in my jQuery code here. Okay, and then here you can see I have created an action as search task. The same action I will be sending along with my post request to my action.php file. Okay, and I have created an array to store the IDs of selected or checked checkboxes. Okay, then here you can see I'm taking the IDs of each and every checked box and I'm pushing these IDs inside this array. Okay, so now let me just show you that. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just refresh the page. Okay, and I will check any of the checkbox. Okay, so now I have checked 3 checkboxes. So now when I click on apply, you will see the IDs of these 3 tasks started displaying in the form of an alert box. Okay, so now I have got access to IDs of each and every task. Okay, now next I will make an AJAX post request to this URL action.php, and with this request I will be sending the action, which is search task, and I am sending an array because that array will be holding the IDs of each and every checked checkbox. Okay, then I will be making a success function. If successfully the data gets fetched out, if my post request successfully fetched the data from MySQL table, then I will be getting that data and then I will display the data in the form of an alert box. Okay, here inside this alert box. Okay, later on we will display that data in the form of a table. Okay, So now here, as you can see, since I'm sending an AJAX post request to this action.php file, so we have to go to our action.php file. Okay, yes, this is our file, and here we need to create another if condition with $_post action equals to search task. Okay, so here in my index.php I have given an action as search task, and this search task I will be sending to my action.php file along with the AJAX post request, and that same action I am receiving here. Okay, and then I'm collecting the IDs of each and every checked checkbox. Okay, so now let me just show you those things in the form of an alert box. Okay, I will check these 3 checkboxes, and when I click on apply, okay, now you can see the IDs of each and every checked checkbox will be started displaying to you in the form of an array. Okay, so now we have got access to each and every IDs of the checked checkbox. Okay, so now next I will iterate over each and every of these IDs. Okay, and then I will run an SQL query which will fetch the data from my data filter table based on the common field present in both the tables, which is status ID. Okay, so as you can see here, I have data filter table and I have status table, and in both of these tables I have maintained a common field as status ID. Okay, let me just show you that. So this is my data filter table, and here I have a common field status, and the same status ID I have maintained in this status table as well. Okay, so with these 2 common fields I am trying to join both of these tables to get the data. Okay, in the where clause I am using the ID. Okay, based on the ID only I am getting the data from the table, from MySQL table. Okay, and at the end I am ordering the data in descending order. Okay, then at the end I have made a call to my get data function, which I have created here at the end, which will fetch the data from MySQL table. Okay, and display and return that data in this format of row. And let's refresh, and now when I check any of these checkboxes, okay, and when I click on apply, you will see the response started displaying here in the form of an alert box. Okay, and the same response I want to display inside this table. Okay, so for doing that, first we need to go to our index.php, and we just have to comment this alert, and we have to enable post list.html. Now let us refresh the page, and I will check these 2 checkboxes, and when I click on apply, then you will see the details of only those 2 tasks started displaying inside this table. Okay, so now if I want any other record, let us say I want responsive web development only, then I will click on apply, and you will see the details of only responsive web development task started displaying inside this table. Okay, so this is how we can make an AJAX post request to our MySQL server to fetch some specific record from our MySQL table using these checkboxes. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood the concept, and if you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.